Hello, welcome to Algorithms. In this presentation, we are going to discuss about how to pave the way for containers and serverless computing in your organization. As we know that cloud computing principles are embedded in application development and infrastructure operations, and the new forms of virtualization are taking hold that can abstract compute resources at increasingly fine granularity. Now, these approaches include containers and serverless platforms, which are based on runtime mechanism that work at higher levels of abstraction than virtual machines. Now, what should be the sequence? How should we look at it as an organization when it comes to maturity? Shall I jump directly to serverless, or shall I move to containers, or I stick to VMs, or I still have bare metal servers? Now, it's a difficult decision, and it cannot be done just by looking at providers serverless service that you they provide serverless as a service. Now you just decide, okay, I want to move things to serverless. First of all, there is no such thing as serverless. It is just a service. It means you are not using your servers in your data center. You are using somebody else's machine to execute the functions or code. So you just need to pay for that execution time or runtime, rather than you are paying for the infrastructure as well, because you own it. So let's look at the presentation now. From the cloud native attributes, I guess modularity, operability, elasticity, and resiliency, these are key four factors or pillars that one should look at. And from the abstraction perspective, if there is a path, and the path is more, if you have VM, then you look at the containers, and then once you have containers, then you start to a serverless path. Now let's look at it in a more organized manner. So deploying applications in containers and serverless platform will involve some operational trade-offs compared to VMs. The selection of a particular virtualization approach must balance priorities such as compatibility, flexibility, and efficiency against constraints such as application design, deployment infrastructure, ISV support. What are the skills available in your organization? Now, with the cloud computing, the process for deploying and managing IT infrastructure fundamentally shifts from method based on a server centric silo to one in which the application itself becomes the primary focus of operations. And as a part of this transformation, it becomes important to adopt cloud native operational attributes, which I mentioned, just like modularity, programmability, elasticity, and resiliency in as many aspects of deploying and managing applications as possible. And these attributes are all integral to uh, move in a progressive manner, uh, such as container as a service, serverless container implementations, and function platform as a service offerings. VMs, containers, and serverless platforms can all be used as building blocks for cloud native infrastructure. However, organizations should be careful to match each virtualization method's operational characteristics with a specific goals for an application. Apart from that, I would like to say that from the serverless perspective, as I mentioned, uh, sometimes with the serverless, you lose the ability to get hold of server and the CLI, because it is someone else's problem. uh, Therefore there is an element of trust which has increased significantly if you look at the cloud platforms. But coders always think they are best, or at least they could do it better than those around them, which just is not true. So the thing is that unless you recognize that these services, frameworks, have been developed by others and you are relying on them even now, then you are deluding yourself that serverless is any different. In technology, we always rely on others. Serverless is just another extension of that, and we have just extended the idea of reliance on others beyond the server. I know this is a very high level presentation for executives or for enterprise architects or solution architects who need to present to executives in order to make them understand uh, how it progresses from VMs to serverless. Because if the journey is not clear to an executive, they are not going to sponsor your projects. I guess this is it from my side. If you like the presentation, please click on the like button. If you have any comment, please drop your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. Have a great day.